Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Esther, and on this channel I do sewing and DIY tutorials. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I made this cute corset or bustier top. So it has an exaggerated sleeve with cuffs and also has a lacing details at the back. I used eyelets, and it also has a lining and a bone in the front. So this is what we're going to make today. And then the sleeves at the shoulder has an elastic band. And for this top I used 2 yards of the main fabric, and then about a yard of the inner fabric or the lining. And also I fused in an interlining on the lining fabric to give it a little bit of structure. So I'll be making use of patterns in this video. So if you don't know how to draft your own basic bodice pattern, or you don't have one, I'll put a link somewhere here, up here, so that you can follow and make one for yourself, so you can also use in upcoming tutorials or projects. So yeah, without talking any further, oh yeah, one thing, and I'll link the product or items I used in this video in the description box. So if you're interested in any of them, you can just check the description box and then click the link to get it. So without any further ado, let's get right into today's video. So for this pattern, I already made the bust circle, and what I'm doing now is to draw the contour lines for the neckline, shoulder, armhole, and center front. And I canceled those lines because those are the dot lines, and we don't need those ones, or we don't need to make contour on those lines. So I went ahead and measured 1/4 of an inch on each of the contour lines, except for the waist dart, which I measured 1/2 of an inch. So go ahead and join those lines to the bust circle and to the dart legs. And I would link a detailed video on how to make this contouring up somewhere up there, so that you can really check and understand it really well. So at the side seam, I took 1/2 of an inch away for a snag fit, and then drew a new allowance because this pattern already has allowances added to it. So cut out the excess allowance, which is the 1/2 of an inch we took out, and then take out your shoulder dart. So what I'm going to do next is to close the contours. So slash through the straight part and then kind of overlap it and use your tape to hold it down. So do that for all of them. And we'll do the waist that later on. But what I did now was to go down 5 inches down the neckline. You can go a bit lower or higher, depends on your taste and how low or high you want your neckline, or how low you want your top to start. Yeah, so when you're pleased with that, you can cut it. And at the armhole, I went down 1/2 of an inch and cut the extra out. And then now I'm taking out the waist dart and the contour. So this is the front pattern, and I went ahead and added the, what do you call them, the notches, because I forgot to add. Now for the back, draw a straight line through the dart to the shoulder line, and then at the middle make a new dart point, and then at the side seam take half of an inch like we did to the front bodice and draw in your new allowance, and then cut the extra away. And then I came down the armhole half of an inch like I did also for the front, and then align the front armhole and then mark it out so that they would have the same measurement. And then cut the excess away because we don't need that. And then draw in your back, should I say neckline? Yeah, so you can go as low as you want or high as you want. And then I made the first one and I was like, no, I still want it a bit lower, so I did that and added allowance to it. So for the center back, instead of a zipper, I wanted to have a lace back detail, so I took away 1.5 inch, 1.5 to 2.5 inches from there and added allowance and then cut it out. So what I'm doing right now is to fold in the dart and straighten the allowance at the top. I had to do that before adding the allowance, but I forgot to do that, so I'm doing it right now and kind of straightening the allowance at the top. So the back pattern is also ready. And I have two fabrics. The red one will be the lining and the other one will be the main fabric. So go ahead and lay your fabrics and cut them out. Cut the lining also same as you did for the main fabric. So for the sleeve, measure how long you want it and then make a line in the middle. I'm using the slash and spread method, but the lazy way. So I spread it out on my fabric after cutting it into two, one on the right corner and then the other on the left side. And in most cases the pattern is slashed into many pieces, but I decided to do it like this because I achieved the same results when I divided just into two. I want the fullness to be more on the lower side and then a little bit more on the upper side around the armhole side. So spread it as much as you want and draw an outline and cut the sleeve pattern out. So this is how it looks, and I'm going to make a fullness at the lower side and also at the armhole area. I went ahead and cut my straps. I'll be joining them to form a long strip. So I also went ahead and ironed the interfacing into the lining piece and pinned them all up. So pin the lining and also pin the main fabric the same way, and then sew all of them with the allowances you left. So if you left 1/4 inch, sew that, and also if you left 1/2 inch, do that, and also sew in the darts. So this is how it's looking at the moment, and then snip the curvy areas and then slash through the dart and trim the allowance to even it up. I'll do that for the lining fabric as well, and iron the seams open. So after the seam is open on the main fabric, I'm going to push the center front allowance to the middle and kind of make a channel for the boning. So now that that is done, I'm going to feed in my boning into the channel. I'll do that for both center front seams, and that is how it's looking now. So I'll put both the lining piece and the main fabric together, right sides facing, and pin them, align the seams, and then I'll sew all along, leaving out the armhole because we're going to attach a sleeve to the armhole, so that is why. So now that is done, cut out the corners so that by the time you flip it out, it will kind of be really sharp, and then also snip the curvy areas and trim the allowance so that you don't have a bulky allowance when you turn the fabric inside out. So now from the armhole, turn the fabric inside out and use a pin to push the corners out so that it's really sharp. So go ahead and iron your. This is how it looks now, and yeah, at the back, you remember I'm gonna put like lace in there, so we'll do that later. So for the sleeves, I wanted to insert cuffs around my arm, so I'm cutting the circumference of my arm plus 1 inch of allowance and the width of 2 inches, but then I did it double with allowance, so the total width was 5 inches. So by the time I fold and sew in the allowance, I'll be left with 2 inches. So I cut double of that. So measure your arm circumference and cut it the length, and use that to cut the length and then the width of how long you want. So this is how it looks. I ironed an interfacing inside. And for the sleeve, I'm going to make random pleats. You can choose to make gathers if you want, until you achieve the circumference of your armhole. So keep measuring whilst you're pleating or making the gathers. So now that is achieved, I'm going to use a basting stitch, the longest stitch on my machine, to tack it down. And once that is done, we'll insert the cuffs. So pin the cuffs to the lower side of the sleeve. And then what I'm going to do now is to fold the remaining part of the cuff on top and then fold in the allowance. I'm going to use the stitch in a ditch method. So after folding it, I'll sew in right where I made the stitch from the beginning, at the right side of the cuff. So this is how it should look once it's done. And I went ahead and sewed the seams of the sleeves together and used the zigzag stitch to finish the raw edges, and then open the seams and ironed it flat. So I'm going to attach it to the armhole. So pin it up and go to your machine and sew it. So I went ahead and used the zigzag stitch to knit in the raw edges, and then I cut an elastic band of 10 inches and then put it on the allowance you left on the sleeve. So find the mid part of the elastic band and also for the sleeve, and then attach it to balance it out. Pull it whilst you sew so that it will create that kind of ruching at the shoulder area. Once that is done, this is how it looks, and then you can tag the edge down. So do to both sleeves, and yeah, we're done for the sleeve. And now we're going to make the holes for the lacing, and I'm going to use eyelets, marking where you want the eyelets to be. So this is the eyelet I have, and this is really handy. I'll put in the link in the description box in case you want it. So it comes with the hole maker and then the hammer and different kind of eyelets, and this is so handy. I'll put the link in the description in case you want one. So I would go ahead and use the scissors to make the holes because I didn't want to make a lot of noise. It's quite late, so yeah, I'm going to already make noise by fixing the eyelets and everything. So at this moment I'm fixing or inserting the eyelets, and if you want me to make a full video tutorial on how to make eyelets, let me know in the comment section. And now our eyelet is done and our straps are also ready, and with the help of the bobby pin I'm going to lace it up, and here is the final result of our top. I'll put it on and show you guys how it looks.